Doctor Who The Key to Time Story 6, The Armageddon Factor, the 29th story of the 4th Doctor, is written by Bob Baker and Dave Martin and starring Tom Baker, Mary Tam and John Leeson. The final story for The Key to Time. The Doctor and Romana found out that the 6th and final segment of The Key to Time is on the planet Atrios, the twin planet to Zeos. Both of them got locked in the long-running war. Princess Astra is applauds at their devastation and wants peace, but Marshall possesses the power and secretly confesses to his aides de camp, Shap, that they are losing and their defences are becoming inadequate to repel the enemy's attacks. So Astra gets locked up in the cell by a guard, and the guard gets killed. The Doctor and Romana arrived and got taken away by Marshall. They think the Doctor and Romana are spies and accomplice to Merrick. Luckily, the Doctor called for K9. He shot the lights so it gets dark, giving the Doctor, Romana and K9 chance to escape, but the TARDIS is gone. Uh-oh. Astra gets dragged away, so Merrick tag along with the Doctor and Romana, discovering that Astra is gone, so then they got captured by the guards. While K9 is following red flashing light to the furnace, the Doctor meets the Marshal again. While he stares at the mirror meditating, it's all misunderstanding. So the Doctor and Marshall are friends. As soon as the Doctor realises K9 is in the furnace, he rushed off and saved him just in time, thank God for that. After that, the Doctor asks Marshall to send him to Zeos, to which the Marshal refuses. The Doctor said that something is probably blocking Zeos. Astra appears on big screen saying that the Zeons will destroy Astrios if the Marshal does not surrender, but Marshall unplugs the cable, knocking the TV off. The Doctor again asks the Marshal to allow him to go to Zeos, so Marshall allowed him and showed him a way. As the Doctor goes into the trance mat without realising there's two mutes with him, the door shuts and Romana tried to warn him that
it's a trap!
Oh yes, the Doctor got brought to Zeos' interrogation room and confronted by the Shadow, who's after the key to time. The Doctor tries to get himself out of it by saying it's not possible to give him the key to time without getting the final segment.
It's bigger than it looks, you know. I take it you have the 6th segment.
Destroy him.
Hold it!
So the Shadow and his troopers disappeared away. Romana and K9 teleported to Zeos, so did Shap. The Doctor follows Romana and K9's trails, and Shap held him at gunpoint, wondering where he is and how he got there. So the Doctor answered the question. Romana got the locator back after Merrick nicked it off her and teleported to Zeos. The Doctor and Shap reunited with Romana, K9 and Merrick. As K9 does the scan, they discovered a cool-looking glass pyramid, Mentalist, a war computer. Meanwhile, the Marshal in a spaceship is preparing to launch a missile on Zeos. Tom Baker, as always, fantastic as the 4th Doctor, more than words can say. Mary Tam is great as Romana 1. It's a shame that she only did one season. Mary Tam left because the character couldn't develop further for her. There was a false rumour that she left due to pregnancy, but she revealed that wasn't the case. Mary Tam did want to shoot a regeneration scene, but sadly she wasn't invited to, and it's a shame that she's no longer with us. John Leeson is great as K9. This is the last story that Leeson voices K9 until season 18, as David Riley took over in season 17. Lala Ward, who plays Romana 2 in the next 2 seasons, in this story plays Princess Astra of Atrios, the 6th segment of The Key to Time, and I think she's great as Princess Astra. I think Mary Tam jokingly suggested Ward to replace her. John Woodvine plays the Marshal of Atrios, who's in command of his people's war against Zeos. He gives off great performance. William Squire plays the Shadow, who serves the Black Guardian on a mission to take the key to time. He's so good in this. Valentine Dial plays the Black Guardian, aka Guardian of Darkness and Chaos, anthropomorphic and personification of the forces opposed to the powers of light. He's fantastic in this. We don't get to see him until season 20. Drax is a Time Lord, not that Drax. Plus that Drax is sitting right next to me, sitting incredibly still, he's invisible. Anyway, this Drax is known as the 2nd Drax, who's a renegade Time Lord who's an engineer, and I think Barry Jackson is great as Drax, especially his chemistry with the Doctor. Davey Tarries plays Shap, who's an aide to the Marshal of Atrios. I think he's great too. Ian Sainer plays Merrick, who's in love with Princess Astra. He gives off great performance too. There's fantastic casting, the sets and the music by Dudley Simpson are phenomenal. And I think Michael Hayes does a great job at directing. So the Doctor mentions that Mentalist can't counteract the Marshal's incoming attack, and rather than accept defeat, it will self-destruct, destroying both Zeos and Atrios because it thinks the war is over. After he tries to dismantle it, he sends Merrick and Shap to return to Atrios and contact the Marshal. We get a hilarious scene where Mute and Shap shot each other. Mute is dead, but Shap is injured. As he teleported back to Atrios to contact the Marshal, Merrick sees the illusion of Princess Astra. He gets knocked out, then woke up with a cut on his head, while a doctor made another piece for Key to Time, so Marshal is stuck in the time loop. As he fires at Zeos, Astra is possessed and summon the Shadow's troopers and ditch poor Merrick. Astra runs to the TARDIS calling for the Doctor for help, but he arrives in time, so him, Romana and Astra is inside. To make it pretty bizarre, it feels like we're watching multi-Romana story, with both Mary Tam and Lala Ward inside the TARDIS, while the Doctor takes the TARDIS to the third planet, and Astra staring at the Key to Time. Shadow has got K9 and laughs as he thinks the Key to Time is his. I love his laugh. The Doctor is separated from Romana and Astra. He sees the illusion of Romana's. Then he eventually reunited with a Time Lord, his old friend Drax, which is cool. We learn that the Doctor was once called Theta Sigma during in school, I think. We learn that Drax is locked up in prison for 10 years due to the fault of his TARDIS, and he was forced to build Mentalus. As K9 came, the Doctor got Drax to remove the control unit from him. After Romana is taken by the Shadow and tortured, the Doctor confronts him. The Shadow demands him to give him the Key to Time, saying he has the 6th segment, and he also said that he's been manipulating the entire war from his enormous vessel midway between the two planets, and that he is an agent of the Black Guardian. As the Doctor goes to get the key with the Mute, Drax came. The Doctor tries to tell him not to fire, but it was too late. Drax uses the gun, which shrunk the Doctor. Then Drax shrunk himself like Ant-Man, so they took cover and rode inside K9, which I love that scene. Romana realises that Princess Astra is the 6th segment. After the Doctor and Drax manage to get back in Shadow's lair and K9 pretending to be still possessed, Astra turns into a segment. Shadow steals the key, but the Doctor and Drax return to normal size and got the Key to Time, and everyone escaped. We found out that Shap and Merrick are still alive, they're just badly hurt. Romana understandably felt pretty guilty the fact that Princess Astra is a 6th segment and she'll be imprisoned. So after the time loop ends and Marshall fired a missile, it deflected from Zeos and destroyed Shadow and his ship instead. So Black Guardian disguised himself as White Guardian so he can have the Key to Time himself. After saying goodbye to Drax and all pieces of Key to Time are put together, the Doctor states that the Key contemplates having absolute power over the entire universe. The so-called White Guardian appeared on the scanner, congratulating the Doctor, and insists him to give him the key, but the Doctor didn't because he wasn't fooled. It was Black Guardian in disguise, as he turns back into Negative of its former image, like Mr. Negative from Spider-Man.
We can't be too careful, can we? And it would be a terrible tragedy for the universe if it suddenly turned out that I was colorblind.
Doctor, you shall die for this!
Knowing that White Guardian would never had such a callous disregard for human life, so the Doctor broke the locator and all the segments are back scattered across the universe. At least Astra is herself again and gets to be with Merrick. In the end, Black Guardian disappears as he threatens to destroy the Doctor. The Doctor suspects that him and Black Guardian won't know where he'll end up next. Fantastic idea for a story arc. Plus it's kinda like Thanos travelling around the universe finding all 6 Infinity Stones for his gauntlet. What did you think of Doctor Who The Armageddon Factor and Season 16 The Key to Time? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.